One, two, three, four, one.
Hello, nice to meet you, buddy.
Oh, hello, how are you?
Very good.
Do you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Give me one
Hello,
second.
Yuri.
I will share the deck. Where's it? Where's it? Probably this one. Do you see my desktop? I hope so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I also can turn on video for a couple of minutes. Hi, Saudi.
Hi,
Nice to
Yuri.
meet you here.
Me too.
We usually have 5 minutes warm-up time, but if you don't mind, you can introduce yourself and tell us a few words about your experience. And I guess that you want to participate in Linux Foundation mentorship program. So
Y-
go ahead, the floor is yours.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Sadie. I'm a JavaScript TypeScript developer from Turkmenistan. Uh, I started with frontend and mostly React. And lately, I moved into full stack development with Node.js. I also do some mobile work with React Native sometimes. And recently, I've become really interested in Web3 technologies, especially in decentralized identity. And to be honest, I'm passionate about the whole JavaScript and TypeScript ecosystem and its family ecosystem. Uh, so I'm really happy to be here and meet the team. So
Thank you, Taiji. Sadie, is it the right pronunciation of your name? Sadie?
yeah, Sadie.
Sadie. Sadie. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you, Sadie. And thank you for introduction. Okay, I guess that we can start our call. And as you know, our meeting is recorded. Just final confirmation. You see Identus deck on the left side. Yep. I mean, desktop sharing works well.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So first of all, as you know, we have two rules of thumb related to the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. One of these rules is antitrust policy notice that even if you are a competitor of the Identus, you still should behave properly and according to antitrust and competition laws defined by Linux Foundation. If you want the full text, you can go to Linux Foundation org antitrust policy and read the full document. And code of conduct, a similar document, but about the right behavior and be polite, no discriminations, and other important behavior that can help us to run our meetings effectively. Today's agenda. So we will review the new contributions from community members, and we guess that these new members are going to apply for mentees in Linux Foundation Decentralized and as a Trust Mentorship Program. And our intention is to figure out who are these guys and understand if they can participate in this program together with us as mentors. So the quick overview of new contributors. We have at least 7 accounts in GitHub, and Sadie is here as well. So thank you, Sadie, for your contributions. We will review it as well, and it might be a good start for you and everyone else who made these contributions to introduce yourself and show up your skills and actually build trust between Identus maintainers and new contributors. We have GitHub accounts of all contributors, and the CD account is also here. Yep, it's your account. Nice score. I'm glad to see this, and we also explore all these accounts of new contributors together with PRs to understand how these people figured out our technology stack and the general knowledge of identity, self-sovereign identity domains, as well as TypeScript, JavaScript development. So we have a list of these contributions, and we will spend next week to review this, answer particular questions, and do our best to proceed with merging these contributions to the main branch. At the same time, Aravant created interesting PR to the Hyperledger Identus that forced us to add file linters to all repository with a shared workflow in the profile repository. So any collaboration is pretty useful from my point of view. So keep going, guys. We really appreciate this. Any questions so far?
No, I just wanted to add that at least for TS, we have I'm also very happy to see contributions from the outside, but we need to make sure that we are structuring them properly. The great example is the ones that Sadie created. First of all, creating an issue explaining what are you proposing to implement, or if you want to discuss with the team about a feature or something like that, and then implement the PR. Also, I do not think that vibe coding 100% the changes without reviewing is going to work very well. So that's one suggestion I'm making, because I've closed 3 PRs today that made not much sense or were not tested, documented, or things like that. So just I'm zero against AI, but just make sure that you review the commits and all that. And again, a great example is the contributions that Sadie made. I think if we figure out, so if Sadie, if you can just rebase with main, so we can merge it, your 2 changes will go on the next release. So you will officially become a contributor. For the rest, we still need a little bit of time, and also we need participation in community calls. So I cannot imagine joining a community project and start doing 3 or 4 PRs without even saying hello, So yeah, just don't feel shy, come here and present yourself. And yeah, hopefully that makes adding new features easier than now. And sorry, that's it, Yuri.
Thank you, Javi. I have 3 comments. 2 of them are from previous week. I've been thinking how to properly manage this, because it was a surprise for us when we saw plenty of new PRs and new contributors. And Javi is right. Some of these guys use it AI, Cloud, Codex, or some other open source tools. And that's fine, because we also use it, but we figured out that we need to add agent MD file to our projects to give the right instructions for any AI agent that is going to work in this project. And
Also,
define...
Yuri, sorry to add something extra, that we probably should add some policy defined somewhere that defines how to.
It's my second comment. It's my second. So we Pat started to do this, and we have, for instance, agent MD in the NeoPrism project that can give the good instruction for any AI agent, and I will create the corresponding issue in all other repositories and our primary maintainers will compose a similar file to define the basic structure, flows, and knowledge for any AI agent, just to give more context to any AI agent and have a quick start for anyone who is going to contribute to our project. Second comment, yes, Javi is right. We need to create another MD file about using AI agents in Hyperledger Identus with general recommendations and guidance on how to do this properly. And why we need this? Because it's not easy to review all PRs produced by AI agents. The engineering resources are slightly limited. And third comment about this, we also need to define some root agent MD or root guide for contributions, because you shouldn't treat a particular component as an independent part of the Hyperledger Identus platform. A number of SDKs are related, and we are investing a lot of efforts to keep feature parity between SDKs, and we have integration project and different tests that ensure interoperability with SDKs, and at the same time we have a custodial solution, Cloud Agent, that also should keep feature parity. We have a special document in our documentation that can show which specification protocols are supported in particular components, and we encourage everyone to keep all these standards at a high level in order to don't cause deviations in particular components. Otherwise, it might be hard to maintain the platform as a whole platform. And don't forget about... Yes, Elias.
Sorry to... is it possible what you said you could put it in an article or a blog, please? The only reference will be on video. What you just said, I mean, if that makes sense. Can you hear me? Sorry.
A little bit bad, to be honest.
What's the question, Elias?
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying that, is it possible, or what you suggest, you could put it in a little article so that would be helpful for other contributors? The only reference will be on video. I don't know if it makes sense.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Two more statements. So also we have to probably create a couple of workshops or record a couple of videos how to get started with platform, in order to show for everyone how to start contributions and how particular components link it related with other components. And we will discuss internally how to add AI agents that will detect PRs and contributions that cannot be merged and should be improved. Because, as Javi told, there are some good PRs and some PRs that slightly strange, and sometimes it's even hard to define what is embedded in this PR and why we don't need it at the current situation. And simple rule of thumb: if you want to contribute and you are interested to do this, don't be shy and chat with us in the Discord about particular task, ask a question, and find the guy who has expertise in particular project in order to discuss what do you want to do and how do you want to improve particular components. It might save a lot of time for contributors and for us. Good. Any questions right now? Elias, Javi? No? Cool.
No.
Okay. Short summary. I guess that we need to build a first level AI review for these PRs that can give us feedback and recommendation how to proceed with this PR. We have to automate this aspect, otherwise it's not easy to pick up and work on particular components that is slightly out of context of our current responsibilities. Good. For Menti applicants, if you are willing to participate in a mentorship program, there is an announcement that mentorship program is officially open, and there are links to guidelines, issue templates, key dates, and application details. You can navigate these links and figure out what is required from your side. For dates and for proposal guideline, we already passed this, and there is a important section for Menti applicants. There are a couple of steps you have to pass. First of all, review your eligibility. You can read this more detailed out of this meeting, but I will just go through high-level steps. Then discover projects and find Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Identus. Ask question either through Mentor and Mentees portal or in Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Discord. And as you know, the requirements from Linux Foundation is to share your CV, your profiles, probably GitHub and LinkedIn, and how it's called, letter where you can introduce yourself and your intention working, participate in mentorship program. Discover program and apply for this program. Ask question in Discord or through the Linux Foundation portal, and prepare these materials. Yes, I was talking about this letter. Why do you want to participate? What's your interest? What are your knowledge, skills? And then apply it to the program in the mentorship portal. And mentorship. I just wanted to show you what is this is our issue on mentorship program. This is a review Mentees application. I already shared the requirements, and on Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Mentorship portal, we're going to review all applicants using these forms. So we can find letter, skills, and reference to the profiles. And this is our issue. Yes, it's. I added I added requirements from our side. We don't want to overcomplicate the screening and interviews. Linux Foundation is doing a lot of things for us at the first stage, where you need to write a letter, attach your CV, and introduce yourself. From our side, you need to pass all these requirements, and then we really want to know you in person. Just contact us in Discord or through the Linux Foundation portal, and we will allocate some time to get in touch with you, and probably we can have a quick video call or Yep, video call is preferred, but asynchronous mode, if there are some clarification questions, is also absolutely fine in the Discord. And we will pay attention to GitHub profile of the applicants. GitHub profile says a lot about expertise, knowledge, and attitude to engineering. And we will take a look secondary to LinkedIn profile just to understand that it matches and everything is fine. Probably at the end, or just to understand that the person who is applying to this program understand about identity and sovereign identity, we might ask a couple of questions just to understand if there are any basic knowledge of identity at all. It's a general knowledge about cryptography, verifiable credentials, DITs, and other projects. Cool. That's it from my side. Any questions, ideas, proposals?
So sorry, one question, quick one. When would the interview be? Will it be after? Because based on the timeline, I think after the application, that's the
No, I guess
application.
it's going to be over next 2-3 weeks. If we look at the dates, what is dates? Program dates. Maintenance application period started 2 weeks ago, and end date
Yeah.
is 8th of May. Yeah, it means that there
Yeah,
are
May.
around 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, there is
Oh, okay, I think it has
two more
changed
weeks,
because
2 more weeks for application review and application interview. I guess you're right. So we have more time.
yeah.
May I ask a question real quick?
Yes, please.
Any advice or any tips for new contributors to dive into to see the whole picture, to understand easily? Any tip and advices for new contributors?
Probably I would suggest you, I will share with you on Discord, LinkedIn, or whatever, but I would maybe suggest you to follow one workshop that we organized past summer that helps you do everything from scratch. And it is like a very easy tutorial that you can launch in a browser. It has code examples, and at the end of the workshop, you have one JavaScript file that does credential issuance, credential verification, and credential holding as a holder. Everything with DITCOM, the TypeScript SDK, and I guess that's a good starting point.
Okay,
I
thanks.
also have interesting recommendation. You can use any AI or even DeepWiki. All our projects are added to the wiki, and you can ask AI to create architecture diagrams, summary, supported features, and other questions you are interested in about Hyperledger Identus platform. So
Yeah, but Yuri, somebody that really wants to learn SSI cannot start with AI. Like they need
no,
some
it's
kind of
just
more
for
guided
general
approach.
understanding an overview. But if you really want to practice something and check how does it work, yes, the workshop is the right way to go.
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Just, I just want to mention that many times contributions is not just making code. So many times people start by pointing stuff on the documentation that is missing or that is not clear, or just ask questions.
Absolutely.
That is part of being contributing. Like if you have that question, probably many other people that has that question will not ask. So asking that question is already a big help for any project. Like the questions that you just mentioned about trying to to understand more about the architecture and stuff like that? That is a good question. Maybe we are missing some documentation about that. So just ask questions. That is part of contributing to a project.
We also have a documentation site with learn section, and
I mean,
I guess
it's getting better, but yeah, we still need this. I don't know. I would say interactive experience in the doc portal. So you just land in there, run the quick started guide or however we call the new page, and do whatever you
Yeah,
need in there.
yeah, Javi,
That's one.
that's very needed.
Say that again.
No, I'm saying what you just said is very needed, especially with the SDKT. I think the SDKTS has some tutorials in there. The SDKTS, but with the general quick start guide, what you just said is also needed. So
Yeah, on SDKTS, in the past we have had a specific place in our repositories. It's the Identus main repository. So if you go there, Yuri, can you open that link? Yeah, where the workshops are. So there is currently 3 workshops. I would suggest you to go to the Rare Evo one because we know it's updated. And this, again, it is like an interactive tutorial. When you run it, you will be able to touch things, edit the code yourself, and at the end of the workshop, you will see if the code works or not. So yeah, that I would definitely recommend to start by that. And at some point, we should probably move some of that functionality into the interactive docs, but that's still not in our immediate roadmap. But we do have stuff that you can start with to play around and to mess things up, make questions, open issues, and stuff like that. Yeah.
cool.
okay.
John,
I wanted
CD,
to
Elias, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I wanted to suggest, I don't know, this might be a bit of a stretch that I think one other program, like one other group was they have this way of having beginner issues and then they'll create what's it called? A good first issue. It's not like the way normally you contribute, but they have it with the new contributors and the mentees. That's a requirement, right? So you go to a certain level, and then if you are able to go to that level, then as you said, you just suggested they have this like stratified levels as a new contributor you must go through to be what's it called to be probably considered or something. So I don't know if you guys will have the time to do that, but now I think the time is past. So I just wanted to throw it in there. So yeah,
So
I think
what's your
that's the way
proposal?
they kind of like filtered. Yeah, I think if you go to Hero, like if you go to probably any Hero, they had a lot of PRs last week.
Yep.
Like 50 PRs merged with, they couldn't keep up, so they started having these AI policies that we discussed. Oh no, it's another group. I was saying they did something that could be that you people could adopt, but I don't know if it's possible because now time is spent and I don't know if you guys will probably have the time to do that. So yeah, I was just
Oh,
throwing it
Elias,
out.
we will have time. Don't worry about this. It's not too much PRs, and with
I
AI
will,
tool, it's absolutely fine to review those PRs and figure out what PRs are meaningful and what PRs should be improved.
Elias, sorry,
oh,
can you remind me what's your GitHub username, if you don't mind? Like, have you made open PRs on TypeScript or not yet?
no. I wasn't saying
Okay.
about, I've made some PR. You commented this morning. And I think I had a Raspberry pack, but I think that issue was I was just saying with regards to the keeping up of new PRs, like what other groups had done. I was just trying to suggest it as a means so that maybe if you people had the time to adopt, that's all. It wasn't with these current PRs. But I
Okay.
think maybe, yeah. So that's what I was trying to suggest. So I don't know, maybe later on I'll just share it in the Discord how they went about it. So that
Yeah, or
if
if
you
not, feel free to open an issue, write what you think on a GitHub ticket, and each one of us will contribute to that also. So yeah, feel free to make any suggestion
okay,
that you wish. And there is
okay, sure.
always time to do it if it's important enough.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Awesome.
I
Thank you,
think
guys.
Yuri, I think
Sorry,
that
Harry.
there's something that I would like to clarify, and as far as I had talks with Rai from the Linux Foundation, it is not strictly mandatory that you guys have contributed to the repository. Then what I would personally say is that it looks a lot better. For example, Sadie wants to apply to the mentorship program. It looks a lot better if he already has contributed to the repositories. That's an obvious evidence, but it is not a requirement. So yeah, for those that apply, like feel free to do it. But if you make a contribution, like make sure that it is a valuable contribution and not a one-shot vibe coded PR. That's for me what would be important. Then how to transition, if I understood, what we would like to have better understanding with is how do I convert from being a first-time contributor? When do I become a community member? So this is something that is probably specified somewhere. I don't think that one single contribution will make you in the contribution members. Like you will always be in the list of people that contributed on GitHub. That will never change. But in order to be a community contributor, I think that's something that we can speak internally and then come up with something. But yeah.
I think Harvey, with regards to that, what you just said, in the eligibility like criteria, right? They
Huh.
mentioned somewhere that you are not supposed to be a core contributor, right? I've forgotten. They mentioned, so I was even
Yeah, but
afraid that it would probably mess with information.
Mm,
So
It's
they
not
mentioned
true.
somewhere, I don't know if
It's
Yuri
not
can.
true as far as I know. And,
So what this is saying, what that document is probably saying is that we, the core contributors, should not apply to the mentorship program. That makes sense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But okay, yeah, that's correct. That's what I'm saying. Because if you have the
You mean
contributor
if
badge, like if you contribute and you have the contributor badge.
no, but if that, like, don't worry about that. If that ever becomes a problem, we will directly write an email to the Linux Foundation and get it solved. But no worries about that. So your fear
Oh,
is basically that after doing your first contribution, you are part of the community member and you are not eligible. I don't think that's gonna be the problem.
okay. Yeah, because I think they stated it somewhere very clearly that it would have repercussions. So I was a bit afraid. I even discussed this with Yuri. So
In case
yeah.
it had, write us and we will sort it out. But I don't think it's a big problem. It is
Okay.
not.
yes,
So the problem, what the Linux Foundation understand that what they want to do is they want to avoid people like me or Yuri doing the mentorship program and getting funds. But if you guys are part of the community, you are part of the community since 1 or 2 months ago. So it is like very obvious that you are like part of the team, but still very early stage. So I don't think it's ever a problem. And if it is, just write Yuri or whoever. And yeah.
Okay. Yuri,
yep.
you are saying something. Please.
Yep, thank you, Javi. I just wanted to say that if you navigate through the links of Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Mentorship Program 2026, there is rules, eligibility rules for mentees. And it's pretty clear. The only requirement is that must not be a prior or currently active participant in another Linux Foundation mentorship program.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Oh, okay.
nothing about active
Contribution.
contributor or existing contributor.
Okay. Okay. Then I think I confused that for something else. Okay. That clarifies it. Thank you very much.
Yep. Hooray. Any other question, guys? Or we can get back 24 minutes.
Like, if you guys don't mind, like, thanks that we are getting new contributors on TypeScript, I would like to talk about the 2 PRs that I'm working on that are going to also bring breaking changes, but are worth having and explaining to the team. So, Yuri, do you mind if I share the screen?
Sure, absolutely fine. Let me stop my sharing.
I just want to mention a note for probably next meeting. Should you guys present more concretely the proposal? So you created the proposal for the
Probably, yes. We should at least talk about it more often in the community call. Yeah.
So that needed to be refined. I think it probably needs a little bit more refine.
Yes.
And would you
It's
want to
in
present
our to-do
what
list.
exactly?
I already had a chat with Nate, and we will schedule a couple of meetings, me, Javi, and Nate, in order to decompose and clarify requirements for the issue.
Okay, I think that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, completely agree. And also, we don't want to give a huge project that is like so open that you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, yes, of course, but we would like to make it easy for you to contribute rather than having to understand everything. We will try to digest things so that you can do stuff in smaller PRs, smaller tickets, and all that, rather than working for a whole month and then creating one single PR with 1 million changes. Cool. So having that said, we are changing. Sorry, then the title of the PR is wrong. So one of the PRs that we are doing is we are trying to make our SDK agnostic on the DIT methods that it uses. Then this will allow us in a future to use DITCOM or issuance, verification, and holding of credentials usable with any DIT method that is out there. The only thing that you would need to implement is just implement the DIT method itself, which is an implementation or an interface that enforces a couple of things. It enforces a create DIT function, a publish DIT function that is optional, and deactivate and update functions on top of resolution. So this PR, yeah, sorry for the ones that are going to review it, but it's pretty big, not because there's so many changes, but it's mostly refactoring and making sure that it's now extensible. Let me see if I can open one of the documentations that I added so you guys can see the difference. So in order to create, let's say that you wanted to create, I don't know, the did Ethereum, whatever, you could create it by customizing your own payloads and your own cryptographic keys. Or if you wanted to do a quantum DIT or whatever, you would create your own signing keys. You would specify your DIT method with module augmentation like that. And then in here, I've defined that I want to have a publish operation, but if you don't define it in the types, then it is not strictly mandatory that you write it. So again, this is made to allow us to use different DITs. That's a big part of the process, and also to accommodate the changes that the mobile team is going to be doing on the mobile SDKs, so on Swift and Kotlin. And that's pretty much it. So we will still support Prism DITs and PR DITs, but now Castor can be extended with other DIT methods very easily. That's the first change that we are doing. The second change is we are making Mercury DIT agnostic in the sense that until now, every single time that you created a DITCOM message, it would expect you to define the from and to field as PR DITs. Now, this will no longer be like that. How it will work is that when you are creating the DITCOM message, you will be able to specify a prism DIT instead of a peer DIT, and the rest will work exactly as it works right now. I think the PR is more or less ready, but I will probably add some documentations and stuff in here. That's probably the most important ones that we have today on TS. And yeah, as soon as we can get these two rebased, then I will proceed and merge them. And about the rest, I've made comments on a couple of PRs, but I'm not sure because the people that did them is not in the room. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry. I'm the Yobiyoms. Wow.
Okay. So
Yes, this one.
you have opened this one, but I've seen that you closed the issue, right?
No, I didn't. Or I don't know. This morning my commit history got messed up, so I was just stuck trying to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was just a simple issue regarding when you are running the repo for the first time. You kind of like I had an issue, but I cannot repo it. I cannot reproduce it. I've tried one of the build, like when you run build, 6 of the modules don't work. And then I had the issue with the sub modules, but I've been trying so hard to reproduce, but I couldn't. Like I think I fixed it, but I couldn't go back. So this one was regards to making it POSIX, because if you try and run it with I linked the issue. If you try and run it under the description,
But
if you
in
try
what platform are you struggling to run it?
I use Linux, so if you look at the description 557.
But this works on Linux. Well, at least on Ubuntu, it works. We know that
I linked
because
the wrong issue. I think it's supposed, if you go under issues, you see it. I mentioned you under, like if you go under the main, if you go under main issues, like under the
the main
repos
issue.
issue, yeah. I don't know why
And
this is.
I don't know, buddy, where is it? It's not
It's
here.
the fourth one in the top.
Fix,
It's
yeah.
This one.
Yeah, I was running into that issue, but I think, yeah, it couldn't run, so I had to change to Bash. So I didn't know whether to change the documentation or to go through the script and make it POSIX compatible. So that's what I did. Then the other changes that you mentioned in the morning, I had a DCO issue and messed up my commit issue. So I'll just add
Yeah,
the
okay.
test.
I will do the following. I will make sure that it works on Ubuntu still with your changes, and that it works on Mac and Windows. Well, probably on Mac. And if everything is fine, I will approve your PR. And yeah, like the reason why I want to double check. Whoops. The reason why I want to double check is because we are running our workflows.
Oh, okay.
And the workflows run in Ubuntu. So if Ubuntu is a Linux-based operating system, I want to make sure that we need to do the change because yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you can reproduce it consistently, add another GitHub comment.
Yeah, for this one, that's why I put in the issue. But for the other issue, it was a build issue when the user is new, right? When you're trying to set up the repo, it had to do with the Git modules. So I had to even change it from Git to HTTPS. But that's what I'm saying. I found it very difficult to reproduce. I fixed it and I didn't put the steps in my notes. So it kind of like
Okay.
vanished. Yeah. So unless I probably remember, or maybe I cloned the repo from start, and then because it happens when you're trying to follow the README MD. Yes, yeah, that side I had to. And when you use yarn and what's it called, when you're trying to build the sub modules, running that run sh, you also run into some few issues. But I have to remember how to reproduce it and then get back
No,
later
for
on.
HTTPS, I don't think that's a big problem. We can probably create a specific commit that uses HTTPS rather than .git.
Okay.
But yeah, let's make sure that it is a problem, and if it is, let's open a PR
Okay.
and that's it, Yuri. I've finished my speech, my famous last word.
Yep. Thank you, Javi. Overall, I would recommend to discuss such low-level details of particular tickets in Discord or under the issue, just to save our time, because there are at least 7 or 8 persons that might not be so interested in such low-level details. So, Elias, don't be shy. Ping us in Discord or chase us under the GitHub issue. This is the right way to go. Cool. Thank you for your time, for your questions, and see you in 1 week. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you around. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.